The White House blocking House Republicans from accessing audio of President Biden's interviews with special counsel Robert Hur. The president asserting executive privilege over those recordings. He spoke with Hur over 2 days last October during the special counsel's probe into Biden's handling of classified documents after he was vice president. Hur recommended against charging Biden, referring to the president in his report at times as, quote, a well-meaning elderly man with a poor memory. NewsNation show Khalil live on Capitol Hill. Joe, the Justice Department already released a full transcript of the interviews. That happened back in March. So why is this coming up again now?
It's an interesting question, Nichole. It's one that we have been asking Republicans here because they do literally have the entire interview on paper in their hands, but they're now pushing for the audio recording of it. And I think the gravity of this situation may be lost on some people. In this room right now, they are working on a resolution to hold the Attorney General of the United States criminally accountable. This would be contempt of Congress, which technically is punishable by jail time because Republicans want to get their hands on that audio recording. And so far, the Department of Justice and the Attorney General have said, you're not going to get it. You already have everything that you need with respect to that special counsel interview. And you mentioned just this morning, it is also big news that President Biden is exerting executive privilege over that material, effectively saying that Congress does not need to have it. There's no legitimate purpose for it. And we heard from the White House counsel saying as much. In fact, in a letter this morning addressed to some House Republicans, the White House counsel says here, quote, the absence of a legitimate need for the audio recordings lays bare your likely goal to chop them up, distort them, and use them for partisan political purposes. Effectively, Democrats are accusing Republicans of wanting these audio recordings just so they can use President Biden's voice to cut up political ads. Now, whether that's true or not remains to be seen, but that is the accusation on the part of Democrats right now. Again, even if the White House did not invoke executive privilege today, Attorney General Merrick Garland would very likely not hand over these audio recordings anyway. He has been clear. He thinks the DOJ has already given this committee a large amount of information as it relates to the special counsel's investigation into President Biden, and the Attorney General himself spoke this morning. Here's what he said.
We have gone to extraordinary lengths to ensure that the committees get responses to their legitimate requests. But this is not one. To the contrary, this is one that would harm our ability in the future to successfully pursue sensitive investigations.
Nichole, the question you asked off the top for Republicans, why do they need the audio if they've got the whole interview on paper already? The answer I've gotten when I've asked that question is they think the demeanor of President Biden during these interviews matters. Whether the special counsel's questions were probing enough, they say on paper, that's not entirely clear, so they want to hear the audio. And they say as a official congressional committee, they have the right to that information and that audio if they want it. Whether that stands up, we'll leave up to the public to judge. One more important note I should mention, there are a number of Republicans on this committee right now who are not here in Washington, but are rather in New York. We heard the live shot from Laura earlier today. That is actually affecting the vote count. Many Republicans may possibly miss votes. There's another hearing on this very topic that was delayed from 10 a.m. this morning. Now it's at 8 p.m. because they don't have enough members. So a lot of those people have to travel back here, something Democrats today are highlighting quite a bit this afternoon.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.